All right, ladies and gentlemen, you know where you're at. If you're new here, welcome. Truly glad everybody stopped by. If you're new here, let me know you're new in the comments section below so, I can better help you. Okay? Because this one right here, listen, I just wanted to come through and let you guys know it's some serious things going on out here. The last, the last one I just put out, all live, looking good. But you can have the same experience, whether it's 18 or 19, when you're dealing with these guys. First of all, I want to say shout out to Coyote, man. Tech E Coyote. I can't never forget Diamond. Shout out Diamond. Good, some good guys there. I just wanted to get into it, as far as 18, 19, both of those. I'm not going to try and take too many ticks. I just wanted you guys to check out this Empire. Now, if you want to check out this Empire or the Diamond Shadow Jump Off, you can do it on 18 or 19. Okay? I understand that there's not a lot of information being put out there. Okay? And if you guys do go this route, it's still the same. I always go through the same things as far as, you got input stream adaptive and RTMP input on 18. I think you get one more on 19. Everything's ready to go. These guys actually, they do it for the end user. Now, as far as this being mine, this is, sometimes I don't want to be, how can I say it? I don't want to be mesmerized by the pictures, okay? The pictures really do nothing for me. I've explained that to you guys plenty of times before. That's really not my cup of tea. But this is mine. Could I zip this up? Of course I could. I could zip it up and get a tank wizard. I could have that, but why? This is how, this was meant to be used. First off, it was never meant to be used any other way. As far as the customizations and things like that, I think that's cool about the whole thing. You could do what you want to with it as far as skins and things of that nature. Let me just show you guys. As you can see, now the Lunatic's Empire, it doesn't have it labeled like the Diamond Shadow. Okay, and that's cool. That's cool. I could dig it. But just give me a tick. Let me go to 19 real quick. So, as you can see on 19, same thing. And please don't get it twisted, please. Shout out to Asgard, C-Man. I know they be like, yo, why you never say, his name? It's frowned, it's not really good on here. I don't know why, but anyway, shout out to teams. These are two solid teams too. I'm glad to see, as far as Odin, I'm not really sure about Odin or the Continuum, but I know Asgard is also 18. Great. And this is what I run when I'm ready. I run this, and like I said, people, don't forget your player. These guys actually do. They actually put in a lot of work for the end users. Okay. Nothing else I really can say, but everybody, each and everybody on my channel, you should have two setups like this somewhere. Okay, I've gave you plenty for you to be able to do this. Sometimes it feels like, a lot is going over your head and stuff like that. So I'm not really sure about that. Like sometimes I just feel like I be going over people's heads. If you do have the original Diamond repo, it does update. So you might want to go back and get the new, get the new stuff, okay? Sometimes it will update though, but I just like to keep up with the new repos and things like that. You know what? I'm just gonna get into the rest of the video right now. But let's just go. Let's go. Let's go. Now, if you want to go stock, okay, just say if you want to go stock. My first thing would be to get a wizard. Okay, me personally, I went with the no. I went with Knowles joint. Okay, I went with Knowles because when it comes to writing the advanced settings, it was still familiar. You know, I could go to full config, do what I needed to do. Okay. Um, I when I did this, I never did the read factor. I never did the read factor to 10, but you know, with 461, I did the 1, but I never did the read factor, but it's working great. Nothing hindering it. And if you guys want to go stock, just remember, even if you go stock, you just want to go to maintenance first. See how I've been watching stuff on here. Look, 268 megabytes. Okay, just make sure you clean all. Okay, now that might mean I need to do something in here. Let me go back and go to my settings real quick. Let's go to maintenance. Okay, I got that. Now, install settings, I always talk about this. I like to keep my advanced settings. I always like to have that on. And as you can see, you know, this stuff is pretty much self-explanatory. Okay? Pretty much self-explanatory. I just went with No Nations joint, you know, for the stock. We can go back there. And also, we do have the video player input stream. I have both of those enabled. Nothing too major with that. On the stock, it might be a little bit easier. Okay. And then I always go to player. I always do that. And you know, just for, you know, the sake of argument, I always like to have it on expert. Okay. Now, as far as this, same thing. And that's why I tell you, and this is stock. This is why I tell you guys to keep attention to this. Because the stock, you know, you gotta work with the stock sometimes. And of course, you guys know my Enable HQ scalers for scaling above. Kind of like to have mine on 100 for any device 3 gigabytes and up. Currently on the Shield. If I was to run stock on a 2 gigabyte device, like your NVIDIA tubes, your Fire TVs, and your cubes, I probably would just stick with 50. Or, you know, I probably would stick with 50. I don't care if I was on Wi-Fi or anything, because the RAM is not being compromised here. So, and for small end devices, 30, maybe 40. You know, because there's nothing in the background hindering it. Nothing running. Everything's ready to go. And like I said, I'm not trying to downplay what people do or anything. I'm not doing that. I'm just keeping it a being with you, you know. Like I said, when I'm tired, I come to this. One thing I need to show you guys too with the program add-ons, because I didn't go through it. You're enabled, you know, once you go to maintenance, Okay. Now, as you can see, it was just at 0. I went to a couple of things, and it went to 484 kilobytes. One thing I want you guys to know, because I always say this, I always say it every video, almost every video. Even if you go with stock, after you get your Wiz, you guys got to know how to get a Wiz by now. I would go with Knowles. I mean, his is pretty simple. There's a couple of other ones out there that's pretty simple. And once you go to full config, if you guys not familiar with anything else, I would start at buffer mode. Instead of having it on 2, I would have it on 1. And if you could, read buffer factor, you could leave it on 5 just like I did. It works well. Or you could try it on 10. Okay, I found out when there's a lot of things going on, when it's like a full setup, I do put it on 10. This one here, I just kept it on 5 because I was moving fast. I was like, there's nothing here anyway. But whatever you should choose to do, just make sure you guys write the file. Okay? And, after you write your file, just restart your setup, man. You shouldn't have really any problems. And that's what I'm trying to say. You shouldn't really have any problems, especially when you're going to stock. If you're having problems and you're on stock, got to be something you did wrong. Okay? Easy to get weather. I even got my weather on this. It's really not that hard. Got my weather. My favorites. I mean, it's just, you're going to move right with this. With this, you're going to move right. And especially with this, you can long press on it and go into settings. And I like going into settings because you can get your playback mode. I haven't went into this in so long. Wow. I used to go into this, though. I used to go into this heavily. Like me, I got mine on 1080 max quality. I don't got it on this only, Don't have any of that on. Okay. I should have it on that, but, I should have it on this. But, everything's running great. And if you do something in here, just make sure you press OK so everything can be saved. This is it, though. I mean this is it. I mean, it's nothing that spectacular. It's just what works for me, on the everyday. Okay? It works for me. I never had a problem with it. No restart, no nothing. This is just what my go-to, I get tired, I go here. Let me know how you guys like my setup. If you get a chance, like, share, and subscribe. But most of all, comment. Don't forget to hit the notification bells. And I call this my MJ setup. Okay? As always, like I said, I'm hoping you're having a blessed, peaceful, and a productive day. I'm going to see you guys on the next one. Protons, electrons always cause explosions. Peace, y'all.